Hi everyone, Zach from Out There Vans in Grand Junction, Colorado. Behind me, I have a Ford Maverick XLT Tremor package pickup truck with the Go Fast Campers platform topper on top of it. And we're going to give you a quick little update on all of the little upgrades we have now gone in and done to this combination package. Let's jump right into it. So before we get too far into this video, I do want to point out we have posted previously a full walkthrough of the Go Fast Campers platform topper, this pop top rig up here. So head on over to our Out There Vans YouTube page and you will be able to find that video where you can watch the in-depth tour. I'm trying to not go too in-depth on the actual features of this topper in this video, and we'll be talking more specifically about the upgrades we've done so far. All of these upgrades, I will be posting individual videos of what we went through during the process of installing these. Keep in mind, these are a little bit more specific to this Ford Maverick platform. If you have a Tacoma, a full-size F-150, you name it. It's all gonna vary a little bit because they're different platforms. The platform camper itself, these are very universally fit amongst the components that we've installed here. Just the dimensions of the topper itself are ever so slightly tweaked to fit each individual chassis. So a lot of these upgrades can easily be replicated in your rig, and it doesn't have to be specific to this Ford Maverick. Let's talk about power systems. So as I come around to the roof, let's start where it all begins. Up top here, I have two Go Fast Campers beef bars with a 180 watt solar panel mounted to the top of it. These are mounted with a slight recess to those beef bars up there. You'll notice I'm utilizing the top T-track to be able to mount a couple ski racks up here for the wintertime. Those will be coming off here very soon as it's March. And then that gets routed down through some solar cables that come and route around the pivot here. These are some small 3D printed brackets that we utilized to be able to retain that solar cable as this opens and closes. And then that runs down to the front face of the Go Fast platform topper. We put a cable entry housing on the face of it. And then it was able to be routed on the inside. I'll show you the inside here. It has some cable housing wrapped around it. We did wire in a couple more MC4 cable quick connects on this interior panel. So that way, if this topper ever had to come off the truck, nothing is physically hardwired and it can easily be undone with quick connects to be able to remove all of this. The reason why that is done is because under this bed here, we wanted to retain it as a truck bed. So we can easily throw in the little refrigerator when we're going on a camping trip or whatnot, but we use this as a work truck. So we want to be able to slide in lumber, slide in tools, anything like that in the back here, and not have a fully 100% built-in build under the back here. That's what this whole pop-top situation's for. So from there, that gets routed into this side of the truck bed, into this paneling here, and it actually goes into the cab of the truck. The Ford Maverick, it's going to be a little dark back here, but for one, this back seat panel can be tilted forward. In here, there's a variety of fuses for some protection for that power system, but it ultimately gets fed into a nice Victron Energy solar charge controller. There's also a little Bluetooth module back here that allows us to read the lithium battery. And from here, that all gets rocketed down below the seat. Again, through a variety of fuses that are a little harder to pick up in this video. But then there is a nice 100 amp hour Renogy lithium battery located under the back seat here. This battery is a nice, just kind of permanent fixture in the back. Again, it was nice to utilize that space and not take up the precious cargo area in the bed for our work truck needs or our gear when we are hitting the road. Now that covers our solar power, how we're charging. It covers our battery storage. But now let's talk about power distribution. From that space down below the back, it then gets fed back to this little panel here. Ford has these nice little storage cubbies that are available on either side. This truck is optioned where it has a power inverter over on the left side. It's a nice feature to have. It's only a 400 watt output, so you can't even run a tool per se, but it's there if I needed to charge a laptop. But this side, with this truck, it was just the empty bin. These bins, when you pop this front face off, that bin actually has an internal compartment that runs from about right here all the way down to about right here. It's rather deep. So in this bottom panel here, we ran power from that little house battery under the back seat back to a 12-volt fuse panel back here that then distributes power to the various circuits within the back of this truck here. So one of those ports that I'm talking about is for our 12-volt refrigerator to be plugged into. I'll plug it in. You'll hear the beep. Fires right back up when I turn it on. Additionally, under this back portion, I put in 2 just standard USBs back here for simple charging if we wish. And then additionally, we put in a little bit of lighting under the bed here. I've got 2 little light switches here. I'll shut them off so you can see the lights illuminating. These have a nice little blue night light. So when I open up the truck bed at night, I can easily see where they are to turn on those lights. That little blue glow can be turned off, so it's not always blinding you. Same switches are used up above. Those ones we turn off because I don't want to see that glow when we're sleeping up there. But these are for 2 separate lighting circuits. Circuit number 1 is under this upper rail up top. You'll see it runs 1, 2, and then the third side right over here. We didn't put it towards the very back because this is plenty of light to begin with. And then the second button, the second switch, is actually for a light bar on the bottom side of this flip out cover here. So the reasoning behind this, this flip top cover, we like to cook on our tailgate right here. So if we're out camping, last thing I want is a ton of light pollution in my campsite. So I can easily turn off these back lights, and then I just have this tailgate lit up. I've just killed my overhead LEDs so you can see this light situation a little bit better. So right now we just have our tailgate lit up. Now I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna hit the light for all of them, and boom, now we are very illuminated underneath the back here. And then also, for example of light distribution, this one's shutting off, gets a little darker back here, no big deal. These lights are fully dimmable, so I can hold down on these buttons and they will slowly dim up and down. Video's not necessarily gonna pick this up just because it does auto-correct for the lighting that we're currently in. All of these light strips are enclosed in an extruded aluminum profile. It's about a 1/2 inch wide by about a 1/4 inch tall. And then it has a nice plastic light diffuser that just kind of snaps on. These ones located up the top, there's a little bit of a lip below where these upper panels sit, and they perfectly are recessed back behind those. That adds a lot of lighting options down here. I love having the capability for them to be dimmable and not be blinded when I'm out there underneath the stars. And now let's look at the canopy. So you see it's got some nice illumination to it. If I come around the side, you can actually see a couple strips up on the rooftop. Let's head on in there and I'll show you what's going on. Now, those of you who have seen our other video will know that the magical part of the Go Fast Camper is that you can just flip these panels out of the way and then hop up on the inside here. All right, welcome to the upper canopy now. You'll see up on these upper portions, we have light strips running about 2/3 of the length of each side. These light strips are just a simple LED light strip that's run on the inside, just like in the lower portion. However, we went through and 3D printed little clear light diffusers that snap into Go Fast Camper's proprietary extrusion shape. That way it's not overly bright when you are in here, and it gives it a nice little cleaner finish. Then there's a light switch over here. Simply turn it on and you get lots of light. Both of these strips on either side are on separate switches. Switches are identically on either side, one right here and one over here. And we did that so 2 people sleeping up here have control of their own lights if they are reading in bed. These lights are also dimmable, just like those ones down below. A simple hold down of the button allows you to dimmer down and then dimmer back up. And I'll also point out these light switches, they're the same exact switch model as the ones down below. However, we 3D printed a specific light switch holder that allows us to work with the depth of that light switch with this aluminum extrusion portion of the Go Fast frame here. And then back behind those light switches, additionally, there are some USBs installed here. We've got a USB-C and a standard USB in here, one on each side, so both occupants up here can utilize it if they'd like. Then from these light switches and USB ports, power is run down the rest of this aluminum extrusion down to the point in the front where I put another one of those aluminum extrusion pieces that we used in the lower portion for wiring and lights. And this one's just simply some conduit for us to be able to run our wiring in a nice clean fashion. And then it disappears under the bed here to be able to be run back down to our power system down below. One other thing I'll point out that is one of my favorite additions is this right here. It is a nice rooftop vent all integrated into this upper system here. So this was integrated in using a variety of these aluminum extrusion profiles for wire management, as well as some 3D printed brackets that allowed us to add some extra thickness to this roof panel. So this upper roof panel is only a 1/2 inch thick. These rooftop fans typically require about 1 1/4 inch of roof thickness to be able to be installed and clamped into this system. So what we needed to do was make some extra thickness to this rooftop. So we 3D printed some spacers. The first spacer is about a 3/16 inch spacer that's located on the inside. It is made up of 4 puzzle pieces, just because we do not have this large of a 3D printer format. Each of these pieces have a little divot in the side of it, right in the center, that allows the wiring to be run out to be able to be routed down, or you could route it out to the side if you had power out here. We just could not run it in because we wanted to utilize these channels for our light strips. But we chose a fan model that specifically has the motor and housing all located on the external side of it, where most higher end fans have them on the internal side. So that would mean this would be located down inside of this topper. Ceiling height really is not a problem in here. However, when you do close it, you want to have as little bit of junk inside of this thing as possible for these tent sides to really tuck in here nice and smooth, especially with these new turbo nap mattresses, the 3-inch thick ones. And then additionally, this is mounted backwards. So this fan shroud actually rotates up like this. So as I twist this, we can start to open it up. And it actually will still provide us some weather protection if the weather is not necessarily perfectly ideal, but you still just want to run it on low to help move air through here. This fan has 6 speeds. Quick button turns it on. I'm on speed 3 right now. I can go arrows up to 6. Little LED light illuminates to tell me what speed I'm on. So something that really opens up opportunities for camping in a little bit hotter weather, or helping suck some of the condensation out in the morning to quickly air this thing out. All right, we're back out on the outside. I'm going to show you this fan one more time with the lid raised so you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. You can see that it is actually hinged at the back of the vehicle versus the front, as you typically see on a camper van. And then lastly, over here on the side, we installed a Yakima Major Shady 270-degree awning. This is a nice bolt-on option that swings all the way around. Really gives these two sides nice weather protection. We have a separate video about the Major Shady on our channel too, if you want to go get a little bit more information on that. As I mentioned earlier in the video, we'll be doing a more in-depth video of how we went about this fan install, as well as some of these internal electrical components. We do have plans to start selling on Shop Out There Vans these fan trim spacers and some of these light diffusers that work within the Go Fast Camper extrusion size. So head on over to shopouttherevans.com to find those in the future. I point out they're not up there as of the timing of this filming, but I'm holding off on posting the videos of installing these features until I have a little bit more inventory built up of those specific items. So be sure to hit subscribe if you are interested in seeing those future videos and are interested in knowing when those parts might be available. If you want some assistance with making sure you have proper spacing in your roof for a fan install, or light diffusers in the rig of your own. Now, here at Out There Vans, we typically focus in camper vans, but we do quite a bit of off-grid power installations in camper vans, so it's very easy to be relatable in a rig like this. If you're interested in having someone outfit a power system like this in your Go Fast camper or similar vehicle, give us a shout. We might be able to help get you all equipped and set up. And we're excited to share more on this platform as we keep playing around with it. We love how modular this system is and can't wait to show you more down the road. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comment section down below. As always, visit us at outtherevans.com for information on our full van conversions. Head on over to shop.outtheirvans.com, where you'll be able to find a variety of van conversion components for your own DIY build. And then be sure to hit like and subscribe so you can see us and future projects or products coming out of the shop. And we hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.